Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, sir. Is that the MD Bank of Industry?
Ado Hassan, the MD is here.
Yes, please. I'm speaking from Kano. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, morning, sir. I'm speaking from Kano. I'm one of your beneficiaries on real vegetable oil milling in Kano.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I am very pleased to honestly recommend Bank of Industry for a very much well-done performance you are doing in the country to the SMEs. Particularly your single-digit interest. You are the only financial house we know that is supporting SMEs with single-digit interest. This is highly recommendable. And I hope the federal government will consider this and add more funds to you, especially now that we have President Muhammadu Buhari, the Great, who is known as Mr. Patriotic President we have ever had in this country. So I am very happy, and I hope the bank will really get support, more support of the federal government. And I'm very happy to tell you, honestly speaking, your staff are always never found wanting in their performance, in all their dealings, and they are always excellently presenting themselves. There is no harassment. They are always friendly with their customers. I hope the society will please come up and patronize your good gesture. I wish more grace to the elbows of Bank of Industry.
Thank you, my brother. Is there any area where we can improve, please?
Yes, sir. There is an area, in fact, expediting access to the facility. I think you need a little acceleration.
Okay.
But I can consider you have so much to cater. The whole country under your table is not easy. But if there can be more acceleration, it will assist, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Hassan. Yes.
Yes, so we're saying, so which product do you want to manufacture? How do you want to sell it? You know, what is the value proposition? And this is very important. In other words, you are not the first to produce these products. There are other products in the market. There are other producers in the market. What is different
that will
with
make
your
it
product?
sell?
What makes it appealing that will make it sell in the market? So basic questions like that, you know, and what experience or skills do you have that will ensure that you're able to successfully produce this product? You know, and so these are the, you know, the raw materials and stuff like that. So they are basically simple questions that we want to use it to answer the question, can this customer pay back the loan?
Okay, that's why you have all those questions there. But Ado mentioned something here that he said you need to work on, the accessibility to this facility.
Yes.
Why does it take such a long time?
So it's, I thank him for bringing that up, because even yesterday we had a meeting where we discussed how can we accelerate the process. The process has been largely manual, and when there's a manual process, you can expect some inefficiency. So right now we've invested a lot in new technologies that will ensure that we can actually automate a lot of the processes. Just this last Monday, we initiated an automated availment ticket. In other words, when you fulfill all the conditions, there's a form that usually files are carried to make sure that now it's automated. It's within a day, it can start and end. Whereas before it could take almost 2 weeks just to get the availment. Now, by Monday, we are commencing our credit process automation. That will also help to fast track the process. We really want to increase the number of SMEs that we support at the Bank of Industry, because we believe that is the future of the Nigerian economy.
Okay.
Yeah, we heard before that adequate documentation supplied by the intended borrower has been an issue. Any improvement in that area? And is there anything that you are doing to make it easier for the prospectives?
Yeah, so the documentation is actually very simple. So there will be, when we give you an offer letter, you accept it. You'll be surprised that sometimes the customers collect offer letter and they don't come back in months. Okay? Now, when you've accepted the offer letter, we prepare a loan agreement. Get our turnaround time internally today for getting the loan agreement ready is 2 days, regardless of the loan amount. Okay, then after that, depending on the collateral, we have to do some perfection and all that. Now, this is a little bit outside of our own hand, because if you want to perfect security documentation, you may have to go to Corporate Affairs Commission. You know, there's some legal processes involved. So even at that, we've shortlisted lawyers who have experience in this area, who have given us commitment as to how long it will take, and we're able to work on that. So by and large, I think our processes have actually improved in recent times, and we're able to process a loan from start to finish within an average of 6 to 8 weeks. It used to be several months in the past.
Okay. Hama Ali Kwajafa, I hope I got that. It says, what is the position of the textile garment fund?
Well, we used to have a cotton, textile, and garment fund in the back of industry, which was a program, you know, approved by the federal government to support the textile sector. We disbursed about 60% of that fund before it was converted to equity. So unfortunately, many of the companies that we supported struggled, and one of the reasons they struggle, I believe, in my opinion, is the fact that they are unable to compete. But I also know the fact that a lot of textile products are being smuggled. There's a lot of counterfeiting that's also taking place, which I believe, you know, the government is trying to address. And I think customs, our Nigerian customs, also needs to encourage them, you know, by ensuring that, you know, proper duties are paid on imported textiles. But the product, the fund itself, was converted to equity, and is being used for a lot of other sectors since 2013.
Okay.
Now, does BOI own part of the companies that they support?
Yes, we sometimes we take equity.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes we take equity, and when we take equity, we usually like to have a clear route to exit. So we don't want to be permanent equity partners, because that's not really what we should be doing. All over the world, development banks take equity, but with a view to exiting maybe after 5 or 7 years, you know, when the company will have become stable.
Or when the company finishes paying.
Either yeah.
They're calling from the back room that we have to let you go. But just a quick one. Does BOI support startups? I mean, you talked about who are your shareholders.
Yes.
Some people say, this man says, I mean, most startups don't have shareholders. That's from Okusaga says, most startups don't have shareholders. So does BOI support
enterprises?
Enterprises. Yeah, so it's okay. So if it's an enterprise, you say, you know, just sole proprietor. I mean, we are reasonable people. I mean, it's just for us to have an idea of who you are, you know, to have a profile, and then we'll use that to structure.
Do you support enterprises?
Yeah, we support enterprises. In fact, many of the micro enterprises at the state level, because we partner with several states in this country, and most of the beneficiaries are actually micro enterprises, you know, sole proprietorship.
So basically, right now you say automated is mostly online now.
No,
application.
So we have 3 channels. You can come to any of our offices, and we've doubled our branch network in the last 1 year. We used to have 7, now we have 14 to get us closer to our customers. Now you have the online, the one I just read through the form, but you can also approach us through any of our accredited SME consultants or business development service providers.
And all this information can be gotten on your website?
Everything is on our website, you know, boinigeria.com.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much. We've been chatting with Mr. Rashid Olaoluwa, who's the Managing Director over at the Bank of Industry. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Sunrise will return in just a moment with the home stretch, and we have a very interesting treat for you. See you in just a moment.